Okay, folks, Michael Burry, The Big Short, the really, really Big Short, the famous movie from The Big Short. Warren Behan, Oscar winner, played by Christian Bale, has done some amazing trades lately. First of all, he said sell everything, and then he has been doing some major big buying lately. Pablo Heman, once again, coming to you from the beautiful Dubai behind me right here. So, why am I in Dubai? Why am I in places like Kuala Lumpur and Dubai? That's because this is what we're trying to talk about today. Michael Burry has made some purchases of major stocks internationally outside of the United States. And as my Discord knows, I've been on this tour around the world and I'm broadcasting from different locations because I want to see the places which are going to benefit from what's up and coming. Personally, I'm a little bit down on US stocks. Let's have a look. For example, Michael Burry has been saying sell and sell everything. Now, we all know he thinks that there's some major issues coming with the US stock market, that it is in a bubble. He's famous for warning this. He got the 2000 crash right. He got the 2008 famously right, and they made the movie The Big Short about him. But is he right this time? And what he has tweeted recently is the one word, maybe, right? Michael J. Burry. And he has put this chart of the year 2001 and 2002. This is essentially the dot-com crash. And it's basically, we have this crash here, and it looks like the stock market has bottomed. It made a big rebound, right? Lasted for about, say, from September to March. So this looks like 6-month rally, topped, and then came down again, right? For a further one leg down. And he said, maybe this is going to happen. Personally, as you all know, for folks who have been following me, I've been saying that my thinking is that, well, I've been saying, for the longest time that I think there's probably one more leg down. That's because there's likelihood of some sort of recession coming in the United States. We cannot rule that out. And if there's a recession coming in the United States, then we have one more leg down. And that's when you actually see interest rates being cut, interest rates going down, and that's when the stock market crash comes. For now, we can enjoy a rebound for 3 months, 6 months, or even 9 months. So what has Michael J. Burry been buying lately? Michael Burry. So let's have a look at this. So basically, we can see the new breaking news over the last 24 hours is that Michael Burry has just sold these stocks, right? Sold these stocks, but he's bought these new stocks. Three of those are interesting because it says Baba, JD, and one of them is a casino stock, major casino stock. What does that all mean? Basically means 18% of its portfolio is now comprised of Chinese stocks. And I would actually say it's more than that. Why would I say it's more than 18%? Because Alibaba, JD are Chinese stocks listed on the NASDAQ exchange, right? They're listed in the US, but are also listed in Hong Kong, but also MGM Resorts. What's MGM Resorts? We all know MGM is basically this big gambling casino stock that he's got. Now, check this out. So MGM Resorts, right? He has just bought a lot of those as well. MGM, if you travel around the world, right, like Pablo has been, its main business is actually no longer in Las Vegas. It's a gambling stock, but its main business is now actually in a place called Macau, which is actually a Chinese city, right next to, kind of very close to Hong Kong. So he's basically betting that COVID is going to end, market's going to reopen, and these Chinese gamblers are going to flood back into a place like Macau. And that is why. So three stocks. There's something like 1/3 of his portfolio right now are all betting on Chinese stocks. Now let's look back at why he did this. Was this a sudden move? No. See, look at this. Even a while ago, he basically said, this was October 25th last year. He said, me the new boss, same as the old boss. What he's talking about is when Xi Jinping was re-elected, and a lot of people, including folks in my Discord, panicked and basically thought Chinese stocks are going to crash. Turns out that was the date of the exact bottom, the exact historical bottom. He's saying the Hang Seng Index has recently hit 1997 levels 25 years later. Yet GDP has grown 18 times during that time. In 1997, the valuations were 20x earnings, 10x EV sales, 3x tangible books. Now it's 711. So basically 7 times earnings, 1 times EV sales, 1 times tangible books. And note, 3 of the last premiers served 3 terms. Again, he's referring to Xi back there. So the index that he's referring to is actually the Hang Seng Index. Hang Seng Index here. And basically, he made that tweet on this day when basically, exact bottom, when everybody was panicking. When everybody was panicking because Xi got elected for a 3rd term. Now, the thing is, why he's saying since for 17 years is because, have a look at this. I mean, this is all old news to folks in my Discord, because folks in my Discord have seen me talk about this hundreds of times. I don't talk about it as much on social media because there are a lot of dumb people who are going to make dumb comments, including with this video. But, good luck to you. Lose some more money. So this is 1997, right? This is 1997. And basically, when he made that tweet, the valuation of the Hong Kong stocks, or the price of Hong Kong stocks, essentially went to 1997 levels. So 25 years, even though GDP has grown 18 times, it's still at the same price, right? It's at an amazing valuation right now. So this is a chart I've drawn for our folks in my Discord. I said the entire Hong Kong index is going to make a pullback to probably around here, and it looks like it's on its way of doing so. Now, another way we could look at the Hong Kong index is the Hang Seng Tech Index, because it's the tech stocks that are benefiting the most. It's not really an old index. It's only been around for a little bit, just about 2 years. So, but we can still see, right? It's got a lot of rallying to do, even just to get to, right? 50%, recovering even 50% of its previous losses. So boom, boom, boom. This is a weekly chart. Pull back somewhere around here, and then off it goes. So now, for example, 2 of the stocks, okay, I'll show you guys one more. One more way of watching the US stocks is look at this KWEB. KWEB's listed in the United States. It's the Crane Shares China Internet ETF. It's basically an ETF that holds China Internet stocks. Now, you can use it as a good proxy for where the Chinese stocks are going. So it went from 105 down to around 17. So that's kind of like a 83. That's kind of like a 82% crash. So basically, now we've had a bounce, and I think a lot of people in my Discord know this. By the way, videos like this I post in my Discord first for 2 or 3 days before I put it out onto the overall market. Now we've been watching this. This is a weekly chart, by the way. We've been watching this pullback. This is the path that I had drawn out ahead of time. Didn't quite go as high as I hoped or expected, but it's been a massive, massive rally. I think it's going to pull back just under 30, so around 29 or 28 around here, right? And basically off we go again. So the 2 names that Michael Burry has named, the 2 stocks he bought, are JD and Alibaba, and the gambling one. So JD and Alibaba are both kind of like Amazon of China. MGM is a gambling stock that mainly works in Macau, China. Now, the ones that I have, a bunch of stocks that I like. Now, here's one of them. For example, oops. Wait. Now, this is myself. The 2 that I like are kind of like Bilibili, Baidu, and also PDD, right? So that was against Jim Cramer, who said, good chance again to get out of crypto. He said this in early January, and sell out of Chinese stocks as neither can be trusted. Well, as folks who've been following me know, especially people in my Discord, that I've been bullish on crypto for a small bull run, or a big bounce, I call it. I think it's still eventually come back if we get that recession and have a big crash later this year or early next year. But for now, we get a big bounce. And he's saying crypto and Chinese stocks can't be trusted, good chance to get out. I've been saying early January, no, this is the chance to get into stocks such as Billy and Baidu and PDD. And let's have a look. So, for example, now Billy is a stock that I've spoken about a lot in my Discord. Let's have a look on the daily chart. It's kind of like the YouTube of China. A lot of young kids seem to like it. I made a tweet or a message into our Discord. I saw him on this day, right, October 25th, 24th, historical bottom. We've been buying since here, of course, on the way down, and then when it pulls back, we've got some more buy orders as well. As you can see, this pink zone, roughly $20 or under, is where my buy orders will be again. But however, this is on the NASDAQ exchange, right, of Bilibili. Oh, by the way, it's made from, say, $8.20 to almost $30. So almost a 4x run in a matter of 2 months. In a matter of 2.5 months. So it's been a blistering run for a stock. This is not a crypto, by the way, this is a stock. 4x in 2.5 months. But however, I'm buying these stocks on the Hong Kong exchange because there's always a threat of delisting because US and China are not getting along. There's decoupling, so there's a threat of delisting of these stocks on the Nasdaq or on the New York Stock Exchange. So I buy them on the Hong Kong exchange instead. So, for example, if you look at this, it's the same stock but listed on the Hong Kong exchange. Right, this is Bilibili, listed on the Hong Kong exchange, and it's priced differently because that's the Hong Kong dollars price. But that's fine, it's kind of essentially the same thing. Another one is Baidu that I've been talking about in my Discord quite a lot, and this one has now more than doubled, and it is actually seen as the AI darling of China, So basically, these are the two stocks that I talk about a lot in my Discord. And obviously, there's much more. There's like probably 10 or more Chinese stocks that are traded in Hong Kong or traded on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ that I'm watching now as well. So for the people who are paying attention, who are wondering why I'm traveling around the world, is because I think there's a lot of overvaluation in US stocks right now. It can push up a little bit more, but it risks a big crash. And even if there's no crash, it might go sideways for the next 5 years or even 10 years, right? I'll leave this video here for history. Whereas the Chinese stocks have been beaten down so much, you look at the Hong Kong stocks, they're the same price as 25 years ago, right? Yet they've grown 18x since then, right? In terms of GDP.